And two things why I call you on the show.
Yes.
And probably listening, but director didn't know. Two things. One is because I got very pissed off when the video of you in church and you were preaching and speaking in tongues went around.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of social media attack. And I didn't understand why our generation is trying to make things about God look very uncool.
Yeah.
Or anybody from showbiz or corporate. When we try to talk about God, it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
First of all is
especially
to say,
with the Kibe was throwing whips everywhere.
sijachapwa na sijaona. But I'll you know, there are some things that you just ignore. But to be honest, when we started the Wa Jesus family, so many people, even corporate people told us, we can't work with you because, why are you saying Jesus? When I'm Wa Jesus, we don't want our brand to be associated with Christianity. You understand?
Yes.
But then again, we became so consistent and continued pushing and started even picking up brands, small brands. Yani, sisi tukianza unakuta tu tuko hapo Moi Avenue tu kwa ka shop tu kako hapo, tunauzia huyo mtu, anauza next time yeye ndio anakupea dofiti. I don't know if you understand.
I get you, bro. Yeah.
So there is a misconception that church inafaa tu kukua like wasi wa church wanafaa kuwa conservative, wewe ufai kuwa YouTube, ufai kuwa corporate, ufai kufanya all these things. And one of the strongest things that I have in my life is my testimony. And just in case someone is watching and they think Wa Jesus family is just a brand, no, it's not a brand.
That's who you guys are.
I am born again. My wife is born again. We are born again, and that's why we are called the Wa Jesus family.
Come on.
Amen. Amen.
Team Jesus all the way.
Yes.
Jesus all the way. And you and your wife have been consistent.
Yes.
Millie, you have been consistent in terms of content creation.
Yes.
And despite the blows and mawe umerushia, Kenyans being Kenyans.
Hey,
bro, we walk was strong. Alafu sasa when we thought ile story ya makuzo imeisha, bro, juzu kaileta tena.
Mimi mwenyewe.
Knowing very well. Bro, I saw that clip, I was like, oh my God. This story is, I was telling this story tena.
Yeah.
Bro, let me ask. At what point gave you the courage to start talking about these issues?
There are two things, as I said. Before Kabi Wa Jesus, the brand, there is Kabi Wa Jesus, the minister. I am a minister of God. Whatever I do, when I got born again, I told God, you are not a waster of experiences. So whatever I went through, I want you to use it to make sure that other people don't go through it. Mimi niliambia God, manze mimi ni boy wa Kayole, hata sija. Hizi mastori mingi, Moses akapat the CEO, sijui Jacob ameenda, amefanya. Mimi hata sishikanishi, unanielewa? Lakini nasemaje God, kwa hii time yangu, hii season niko, what can you do through me so that even that young person hapo Kayole anajua I can relate to this guy. Manze nikipost social media nasemanga hii ndio Bible yangu. Wakati nimebuy gari mpya na ipost hapo, nasema watu wakiona na nimeandika hapo #ni Jesus. Watu wakiona watajua huyu mseni wa God na anaenda hivi na hivi na ana blessika 1 2 3 4 5. So like for example in having gone through that issue, in that place, we organized the Kesha. By the way, thank you so much to everyone that made it to the Kesha. And in that Kesha, I went to a Kesha once and I was praying. God akaniambia, fanya Kesha ya kuombea marriages. And I thought, tutakuwa tunaombea couples wenye wanakam. But then again, they came, so many singles came. Na wakati walikam, na ni Kesha ilikuwa very simple. We just pushed it for a week and that place was full. Over 800 young people.
Beautiful.
Just there to pray. And as they were praying, God akaniambia, speak openly about some things. And these are things that people are shy to talk about. Number one.
Is it to Mili, before uongea ulikomambia Mili?
Sikujua nitaongea hiyo story.
Mwadha ni maga. So all is to do Mili na hii story.
Akadu hapo pia.
Oh my God, babe, another one.
Unachoma.
Babe, umanza DJ Khaled, another one. Another banger.
Yeye alisema ile ingine ya DJ Khaled. They didn't believe in you, but God did. Yeah, so wakati nilikuwa kwa stage, God akaniambia, speak openly about what happened to you. Number one, I was molested as a child. Mi mtoi wangu mwenye sahi, Taji ako around, anaenda 3 years. At that age, or slightly older, I was molested. And these things, families wanakuambia, we usiongee.
Don't talk about
hata wakati, wasi wengi wamemolestiwa, even na house helps, like, even boys. Unajua sahi watu huongea sana molestation na girl child.
Yeah.
But molestation imehappen hadi kwa boy child. So me getting the courage to speak about it, and I feel so bad that some people sit somewhere and think tunataka kashifu mse anyamaze. Why? Because it's the agenda of the enemy. Devil anataka waendelee kulala na makuzo zao na wasionge, because when you talk wewe sasa it's a weird part. So kitu ikikuhapenia, mtu wako amemolestiwa, amefanywa hata kitu na mtu wao, hizi sema because society inasema usiongee. But number one, when you talk about those things, like for me manze, mimi ni sacrificial lamb. Mimi niliambia God, wewe nitumie. So mimi wacha nirushiwe mawe mimi tu.
Bro, but I hope ni makuzo tu na iliishi.
Yeah.
So let me ask, cause nasikia sijui kuna nini wanda ku announce hapo wasewa news wanda wametuharakisha. Bro, let me ask, is there a place, cause I know the guys who are watching, and this is why I really called you on the show.
Yeah.
I know the guys who are watching, and some of them have gone through this molestation. Some of them have been in such weird kind of relationships and kind of connections. Is that way guys can reach you either for counseling, to talk to you?
Yeah.
Because now they feel like they have a relatable person to talk
Yes.
to. Is that place guys can reach you?
Yeah. So right now, what we are doing, the Kesha we did, we are going to be doing it, itakuwa consistent. We did it with my friend from Rain City Chapel. So if you can just DM Rain City Chapel.
Rain City Chapel.
Rain City Chapel, so that you can just get to talk, get to connect, get a place where you can plug in, where you will not be judged. Wewe kuja, that shameful story, God is going to turn it around. Let me tell you, by the way, hizo stories zinasemekana hivyo, God still uses us in a mighty way. Let me tell you, that day, wakati nilipiga hiyo testimony hivi, 40 people gave their life to Christ instantly. So mi si feel shame.
Uko sawa.
Si feel ati nikaa naogopa anything.
So kibe, hiyo ni yako.
Hiyo sasa ni story. Mimi najua I'm working for one agenda, the kingdom agenda. Me know God is happy. I say, wacha wasipige story.
Wezi fungwa helpline, wase wanaweza kucall, wase wanaweza ku-DM kindly.
Tutaorganize na
team. I'm fungwe church. So when is the next meeting? Before Niku release, when is the next meeting?
We are planning the next meeting in September. We are going to be communicating the date. Please. But what will come to break hizi generational curses. Let's not normalize hizo sexual scenes, hizo vitu zili happen na kujieka kwa siri. Devil anataka unyamaze ndio ikuwe siri yake na yeye ndio repeat.
Come on.
Mimi siwezi rudia. Mimi manze mahali niko like siwezi taka happen.
It's a past you're not proud of, and but it's a testimony that God.
It's a testimony that God changes people.
Fantastic. So please, guys, just in case next, of course, it's September after election.
Yes.
That's when the next meeting is going to be. Kabi Wa Jesus and Millie. Please watch on the social media platforms. Wait to know where the venue is going to be, what time it's going to be. Go there. Some of these things, you have to handle them. Things of the physical can handle the physical. Things of the spirit are also handled on the spirit.
Amen.
So after ushaenda therapy, umeenda counseling, umeenda kwa psychologists who have been helped physically and mentally as well, then go and also handle it and break it spiritually as well. Bro, thank you so much for what you're doing.